Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. This is the 2019 version of the Winchester Woburn Thanksgiving football game. It's an absolute classic. Winchester and Woburn has been playing for over 100 years, and it is a moody, overcast, but fantastic game for day for a football game. We were just talking about the weather. My name's Charlie Cowan. I'm the Winchester Wrestling head coach, and this is my brother Bradford Cowan, who is one of the captains of the 1979-1980 football team.
Great.
And
thanks for having me here. Yep.
Great to have you here.
Yep.
We're going to put the sibling rivalries aside and just talk about football.
Okay.
All right?
We'll get those going later.
We'll keep that on hold.
Yep.
So what do you think about the weather, Brad?
Well, I think it's great weather for football. I mean, there's no question. You can feel it in your bones when you got to get out there and make a hit. You know, it really gets you going. It's not too cold where, you might not be as energetic, a little bit anyway.
Yep.
So it's good.
So, even now, I can start to get a little cold. You definitely have 2-3 layers on. It's definitely now we're starting to get a little wintry wind in there. What do you think on the field? Maybe a little less wind. And just the adrenaline and the sweat and working hard and running around, that makes it really good weather, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, you're not really going to feel the weather once you get down there, once you get going on everything. I mean, in the old days, it used to be a muddy field, so your traction wasn't going to be as good. This time, nowadays with all the cleats and so forth, your traction's going to be a lot better. So you won't feel the weather once you get going on
Sure.
Yep.
And the difference is from the past when you had the football field just muddy, you could hit patches of mud and then be right on perfect traction with grass. And you didn't have the right cleats. There's all sorts of some of that is leveled out with a modern turf field, they call it.
Oh, yeah.
But
Because usually the whole game was in the middle of the field, turned into a big mud bowl.
Yep.
So, traction was, you definitely had to, do a baby steps a little bit.
That's right. And there's also back then, too, you'd have problems with the grip, holding onto a football.
Sure,
right?
sure. Yep.
Trying to get that stuff.
Yep.
So visually and on the ground there, it's a little different than maybe playing back in the so-called good old days, but you've got some wind going here that throws some
the whole stadium is different, obviously. Again, from the grass field, and everything's been modified. I mean, they did an excellent job on the field from 40 years ago.
Yep.
And the press box is fabulous.
So we could certainly talk a lot. We've got a lot to talk about the actual kind of the team and the teams in the game. But just to kind of start off, so my brother Brad played back in the 1979 Winchester Woburn Thanksgiving game, and to my mind and to anybody I've talked to, it's really the title game, the game of all time in a way. And there are so many differences. We're sitting on top of the announcer's booth, the Manganaro family announcer's booth, and we get to see a great view that not many people get of looking down on the field and seeing everything. And there's some things that haven't changed.
Well, there was a lot from that game. Obviously there's people in the trees that were hanging in the trees, and the building behind me, most of it wasn't there, so there was a hill, so you had everybody. So, they've had it at 20,000 plus, filling every corner of every part of it. And it definitely, that particular game made a big difference because the winner of that game would go on to the Super Bowl. So there was that extra motivation, that extra thrill in the air of what the game was about.
Wow.
So.
I mean, I'm not sure people these days and kids here, the kids who are growing up in Winchester now, could imagine 20,000 people at a high school football game. But everything was on the line, and I think both teams had one loss, or the one loss knocked you out.
Well, Woburn was undefeated. We had one loss. But we were basically pretty even. We had the stronger line. They had some great skill positions, quarterback and end and so forth. But it came down to, it was to the bitter end, a tipped ball in the air, a catch here. So it came as advertised, the game.
Yeah.
So
wow. Wow. And unfortunately, in that game, it was a tough loss for Winchester.
That's right. Yeah, the bad guys won that one, but we can't win them all.
Not too long ago, I was at the Winchester High School practice, and I was interviewing those guys before a big game, some of the captains. And then that same day, I interviewed some kids from the Winchester Youth Football League, which is Sachem Youth Football Club,
Yeah.
SYFC. And we were talking about playing Woburn, the youth was, and they still had a bit of a hatred and rivalry in their heart, which I thought was great.
Oh, for the Woburn team?
Yeah.
I think it goes, obviously it goes against, for all the sports, Woburn is the big game. There's an extra thrill no matter what is going on. I played in that game, but there was a few other games before that I played in the Woburn game, and even though the record wasn't as good, you were still up for the game because it was the final game. This was the rivalry. It has an extra dimension to it, and it's always exciting to be involved.
I had as a coach and as a teacher, I had to kind of be a little more diplomatic in talking to the kids about it and say, well, of course we don't really hate Woburn, but
right.
on the other hand, it's good to hate him for now, and you can respect him afterwards.
You hate him for those 2 hours of
for the
playing
2
of
hours.
the game,
That's right.
and then it disappears.
That's right.
Mostly.
And it is across all sports. So, what do you think it's going to be like for the kids playing today? So, Winchester football players, they're out there, they're playing Woburn, but unlike in your day. And I played freshman and sophomore year. I didn't play beyond that. But in your day, the playoffs came down to that last game. So your 8-1 record that Winchester had was 6 or 7 of those games were against league opponents, Middlesex League.
Right.
And there were no playoffs before then. The winner went to the Super Bowl, right?
Right. Yeah, it's a different style with the playoffs. It's probably just a matter of opinion which works better. The whole. I guess it keeps everybody in the game, all these playoffs, so forth, The one thing that's probably better is that when we did it the old days, always come at the end, there'd be some undefeated teams, and there'd be a few people that wouldn't get involved because there's just one Super Bowl at the end. So the playoff system does help eliminate, anybody who's really good from getting a chance to play. So, from that perspective, it's good.
Sure, kind of like the way the National Football NCAA teams would come down to, whoever was chosen number 1 or number 2, right?
Right.
Years ago.
They had the Globe, or somebody would pick, who were the and it's usually the perennial big teams would be out there.
Yep.
Brockton.
So for Winchester players this year, the playoff format is a little different. So Winchester has had a fantastic year. Right now, Winchester stands with a very impressive record of 8-2, and Woburn stands at 5-5. Winchester at 8-2. They played their regular season up until about Game 5, Game 6, and then they had 3 playoff games where they really had an amazing postseason. They beat, I think it's Lynn Classical to start off with.
Yep.
And then the second round of the playoffs, they went against Danvers, who, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were ranked number 1, I think, number 1 seed.
Yeah, they went up against. They had a great team this year, and they took it from last year's Woburn game, and they carried it into this season. And those playoff games were, they were great to watch. I watched the Danvers game, and I watched the Tewksbury game, and the Tewksbury came down to the last play. They went for it for the 2 points, which seemed like a.
You thought that was a good call?
Yeah, that was a good call. Yeah, you might as well go for the win. You had the opportunity, and they got stuffed. It's too bad.
It is too bad. That is too bad.
Yep.
And it's but that's the nature of the game too. If you'd rather really bring the game down to the last couple minutes where it's do or die, and it's that sense of like, hey, we were at a time in our lives where we played a game that was right there on the line, and sometimes you lose those, sometimes you win those, but it's better. Where they say in love, it's better to have loved and lost than never lost than
as long as
again.
as long as they play. If you go out there and you play hard, and you really try to play to your talent level, and you leave it all on the field, I don't think you'll have any regrets.
I think that's right.
You played as hard as you could.
Yep. I think that's absolutely right, Brad. I think one of the things I've been impressed at with Winchester this year is they really play with a lot of grit. I watched a couple games followed them in other ways, been practices and that sort of thing, been in touch with them. Some of my wrestlers are on the football team, and I hope some of the football players will also come out for wrestling. But you know, it wasn't exactly one of those seasons where you have seniors running everything. In fact, I think there's actually more underclassmen starting than seniors. And so the thing that impressed me was they went up against some very good teams. When they played Reading, which is really a perennial state powerhouse, you know, they kept it real close. I mean, it was down to the wire. The last right down here on the field, it was a home game for Winchester, and it came down to the last possession. I think there was a first and goal inside the 10 for the almost called them the Patriots.
Well,
for the Sachems to try to put it in, and they couldn't quite do it. But they played so hard, and then later in the playoffs, they beat Danvers. That was the #1 seed, and then they came this close against
Well, that was
Tewksbury.
the thing. They were always involved in the game. So even in that Danvers game, there was a back and forth there. They were almost out of it at one point, but they always stayed in the game, and they got big plays from some of their the quarterback Degnon, and I know Gibbons is the running back. So there was a lot of they kept their head in the game. They had some key interceptions too that came up. So they had some big play people that just that never knew that it wasn't over until it was over, and so the big plays helped them a lot, and they kept in the game. It was a team game for the most part.
Yeah, it takes a little extra. You really have to be have some courage and some heart to stay in a game where maybe the press or the history is that the other teams are really so good, but you're in there and you're playing and you play your heart out all the way to the end.
Well,
it's easy to lose heart when maybe you're down a score or two.
Well, I don't know about that. If you have confidence in your team and you have confidence that you can do it, you've done it in the past in other games. You know your talent level. That you believe in. You can make it happen here.
Yep.
And you can. All it takes is a big play. Stay in the game. Play your heart out. Be smart, and you can make it happen. So a lot of it's a confidence thing and believing in yourself.
Yep. I definitely want to give a nice shout out to and a lot of credit to Coach Dembowski, who's really, I think, has done a great job, especially the last few years of when I spoke to him once this fall, we talked quite a bit about culture change, and maybe it's not necessarily a complete flip of culture because Winchester has almost always had very good football teams, and they've got a good spirit about the team. But in the last couple of years, helping the players to understand that if they work together and pull together, and then the results will be very strong. And I guess they did really quite a bit of working over the summer together and really pulling together. And I think that's the culture change. And that leads to having confidence in the game, on the field, even when the game may be down or the opponent seems really big.
The more that you can spend with each other, the more you can work on the game itself. And I'm sure nowadays they've got more. The fitness is better and the training's better. You can watch videos all day long. You can train in a better way, the way you're going to run, the way you're going to lift weights. So all those things add up, and the whole unity aspect of it. The more you spend with somebody, the more you're going to build chemistry with them, and the more you're going to want to actually, win the games and what you're involved in.
Yep. I'm not sure exactly how much time we have left as commentators, if you will. They're starting to make some announcements. The excitement's building. The stands are filling up here. The 5 minutes? Okay. And so it's getting pretty close to kickoff time. There is a couple of nice things to say, worthwhile, as Winchester has done a great job with and the town department and whoever has been really putting into it. The field looks great.
It looks good. The band's all ready to go, and you've got you got pictures of the cheerleaders everywhere.
I mean,
it's a good.
It's just a fantastic. Winchester really has a great sports complex here. They put a lot of time into the adjacent field, the practice field. This field is this turf field is a lot different than what you and I played on. We've got the nice lighting overhead as well. And it really helps make for a sense of a team in a town that has their act together and believes in the sport and believes in academics as well, which is a great school for that.
Well, yeah, Winchester's always been an athletic town. They've always put it into their sports, and just over recent decades, they've continued to pour money into the athletic fields and the buildings. There's always construction going on.
Right.
So it really helps, and I'm sure it helps for the kids as they grow up and so forth.
Yep. So we've got maybe a couple minutes left here. The Winchester football team is 8-2. Last year they beat Woburn in overtime in the Woburn game, and I think a lot of people, including the coaches and the players, give that game credit for really kind of being an extra catalyst to tell them that they could really be a good, strong, winning football team. And so they helped put that work in over the off season and during the season. And so last year they entered the football game at 5-5, and so did Woburn. And Winchester won in overtime, and so they finished with a record of 6-5, and Woburn went 5-6.
Right.
This year, Woburn enters the game at 5-5 again. So if Winchester prevails again, that's 2 times kicking Woburn down into the loser bracket, which we're more than happy to do. And Winchester would prevail, hopefully, come out of this game with a 9-3 record, which, according to my sources, well-placed sources, of course, would put them at probably one of the best teams. I think the best record since 1990. So that's really almost 30 years.
Well, it becomes a separate season in a sense when you come down to this game, because for Woburn, if they're 5-5 and they can win this game, then that really ups them. They've made this happen. They beat the big team this year, and for Winchester, they're going to be just as pumped up because they want this season to end on a strong note. Obviously,
that's a great point. It really is its own season unto itself. So, unlike back in your day when the added thing was winner goes to the Super Bowl, it's all or nothing, and we had 20,000 people here, it's really no different of a feeling for the players themselves. The players have their own motivations, and that is, if you're a senior, this is it for your career. If you're just a player, this is still the last game of the season, no matter what. There's no game after this. And you also, the added benefit of motivation of playing Woburn and wanting to know that you beat Woburn.
Well, there's an extra excitement there that keeps you, that comes to the game rather than playing a regular game, and that's part of it. There's a lot more people here. There is more on the line if you just need the victory for your own. For the town, or if there's something bigger like the Super Bowl. So there's an extra excitement there. There's an extra adrenaline rush, and it's a lot of fun when you come in and there's that much more aura to what's going on.
Sure. And it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Which is just, Thanksgiving to me has always been my favorite holiday. It's very New England traditions. You got the Pilgrims involved and all that, and you have Winchester-Woburn football in one of the longest standing and oldest rivalries in the entire country.
Right.
It's like the top third or fourth longest running rivalry, and it's on Thanksgiving. Not every state plays football on Thanksgiving. I always assume I've been in a bunch of different states over the years, and they don't play football on Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah,
and I find it weird. I say, well, what else are you going to do? They say, well, I'll watch some TV. Bah humbug. But this has been a great chance for us to be up here.
Yes.
We've got eagle-eye view here. We're talking about football in our own hometown, and it's just been a great experience, and we're grateful to WinCam for helping us or allowing us to do this. And for me, on Monday, I start coaching wrestling. It'll be my second year as a head coach here, and that also has a great motivation and impact for me to come back to my own home school.
Well, it's like I said, it's always great to come back, and I've come to games over the years, and there's always a special thing. Of course, come back to your hometown, but to the Winchester and to all those traditions that you mentioned. It has been going on for over 100 years. Been a lot of stars. It's a game that everybody remembers. You do keep in touch. I mean, there's some of the old teammates that I've kept in touch with over the years, and Jeff Mitchkay and Peter Tracy and Dave Zalaba. There's all these people that you talk to from the past, and there is a special bond, and this game actually can make that that bond even better. So.
A little shout out to Jeff Mitchgay, who you just mentioned. He was one of the tri-captains with you back in the day. And Jeff Mitchgay was just inducted to the Winchester Sports Foundation Hall of Fame. I think it was this fall, if I'm not mistaken, a couple weeks ago, months ago maybe. And
well,
so
he was a star. Mitchgay was he was the fullback and a linebacker, and obviously he's one of the leaders on the team. And he was a great player. He had like a Franco Harris type beard that when we in high school, and added a little fear, I'm sure, into the other team. And it was a lot of fun to see him inducted into the Hall of Fame. And
now, as I was growing up, I'm 6 years your junior, and so you were always 6 years ahead of me. And I remember following you in football and seeing how your sports were going to go. And we've got about 1 minute left.
Okay.
Jeff Mitchgay, I remember him.
Well, it's nice to sit here and chat with you over the game here.
We'll have to move on.
Okay.
I only have one Mitchgay story, but that's it. It's been a great privilege being here. We got a minute 47 seconds before kickoff. And speaking for the Cowan boys of Winchester, we're grateful to be here, and we're thankful about this town and this sport. And we thank WinCam for giving us this opportunity.
Yes.
And we'll go back to the later.
Okay. Thanks a lot for the opportunity to sit here and talk with you.
All right. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 118th Thanksgiving football game between the Winchester Sachems and the Woburn Tanners. Hello, everyone. My name is Luca Tedesco, and welcome to Knowlton Field. Over the last 128 years, the Sachems and the Tanners have met 117 times. Today, we make it 118. On a blustery November morning, we come back out here for a tradition that seemingly is as old as the town itself. But we're ready for something new. The teams are ready. The Tanners are coming out in the field. We're getting ready for the coin toss. And also, we thank you all for joining us live here today. This is the first time we have ever done this kind of thing. So we will do our best to make this as enjoyable as possible for all of you watching at home. We got 3 cameras. And we've been practicing really, really hard for this. We're all really excited to do this, and now we got the opportunity to. So we hope you all enjoy it.
Here come the Woburn Tanners, the 2019 Woburn Tanners.
And today, may we remind you, the Sachems had a pretty long playoff run. We're taken down by Tewksbury a couple weeks ago. This is their first game in 2 weeks. But they will be playing the Tanners, who did play in the consolation bracket, but did not play in the actual playoffs themselves. But we're going to head out to the coin toss. We have a camera on the field. We're getting ready here. The captains for the Sachems are Tommy Degnan, Charlie Ward, Michael Suriano, and Brendan Gill. For the Tanners, it is Alec Cruz, David Langlois, and Nick Caviello.
Captains for the Winchester High School, Brendan Gill, Charlie Ward, Michael Suriano, and Tommy Degnan.
Well,
We look to you guys for leadership. You guys are captains. This is the 115th edition of this tournament. We're going to refer to
ready for the coin?
the visiting team. We're going to call them white.
Here's our coin. The football helmet is the head. The football tail. Okay, nice and loud. Oh, it's called a head. Okay, go. Okay. Further choice for the second half.
Woburn has won the toss and elected to defer to the second half.
It's 10:15. Everyone's getting excited now. We're excited. The fans are excited. We got a good crowd, probably about 600-700 people, maybe even more, but we're all getting ready for this one. The Tanners head off and they will set up as we honor America with our national anthem.
Could all please stand and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go here. They will be kicking off from left to right. The Tanners will kick off. They'll get the ball in the second half. This is gonna be a heck of a game here, folks. We're all ready for this one. Returners for the Sachems will be Henry Kraft, Jacob Flores, and Jimmy Gibbons.
Paul Kraft and Jacob Flores.
Excuse me. Ball fell.
Ty Eller set to kick off for the Tanners.
Ty Eller will kick off. We are ready for this one, folks.
You're welcome, Paul.
Ball is set up, and it falls again. So they'll have to hold it here, I think. Okay. And they will hold it here. They're set to kick off, and we are underway in the 118th Thanksgiving Classic between the Winchester Sachems and the Woburn Tanners, and it will be a touchback. They'll start from their 20-yard line. It's gonna be a heck of a game here, folks. Jimmy Gibbons coming out as the running back. The starting lineup for the Sachems. At quarterback, it's Tommy Degnan. Offensive line is Graham Ryer, Adam Bischoff, Brendan Gill at center, Jake Carrico, and Gregory Dushkin. Line form. 4 wide out to the running back behind Degnan. Snap comes. It'll be a fake. He has a big run, and he'll be taken down right around the 25, 26-yard line. And we are underway here. Clock is ticking. It'll be 2nd and 4. Line to gain is the 30. Continuing with the starting lineup, Patrick Ross, Jacob Flores, Henry Kraft, and Brandon Levy make up the wideouts. Crowd's starting to get loud here. It'll be a handoff. Oh no! Ball is down, and there looks like there might be. It's a fumble. Who has it? It'll be Woburn ball. Wow, that's not good. That's not a good start. They'll get it in really good field position. That is impressive. They'll get it at the 7-yard line. Wow. What? So they'll set up under center. The ball is going to be a toss, and will be taken down to the 5-yard line. Taken down right at the 5. And they'll set up under center again. It'll be 2nd down and 5 with goal to go. Player in motion. In the sweep, it'll be a fake sweep. It'll be a scrum. Langlois on the carry, and that'll be 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line, and the wind just picked up. It is getting really blustery. Oh gosh, this is unbelievable. Already a change of possession. It'll be 3rd down at the 2-yard line with goal to go. The crowd getting raucous now. Here we go, under center again. It'll be a QB keeper. What will happen? Touchdown for the Tanners. That's a start that is something that the Sachems did not want to see happen. But that'll be the start of this one.
Jaden Simmons on the touchdown run for the Tanners.
They'll send out, they will go for just one. They'll go for the kick.
Subini on to try the extra point.
Snap comes, it's up,
The extra point is
and
good.
that one is good off the house. That is not the start that the Sachems wanted, but that's where we lie. It's 7-0 with 10 minutes. But boy, oh boy, it is getting cold. The wind is really starting to pick up now. So that could really become a factor in the kicking game.
Back deep for Winchester. Henry Kraft, Jacob Flores.
Henry Kraft, Flores, and Jancy will be back to receive the kick. Ball looks like it'll stay on this time. He lines up, he's ready for the kick. Eller kicks off. It'll go right over his head, and that'll be another touchback. That'll come out to the 20-yard line again.
Will take over on the 20-yard line.
I'm sorry if you can hear shivering, but it is very cold. The wind absolutely makes this frigid. Probably about 1,000, 1,500 people. Now they'll line up. Snap comes. It'll be a bobble there by Gibbons, and he'll get a short gain, maybe a yard, 2 yards, they say. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 8 at the right hash.
2nd down and 9 for the Sachems.
Second and 8, but they're calling it 2nd and 9. Ball at the 22-yard line. Apologize to hear the shivering. Degnan in the pistol formation, trips out to the left, snap comes. It'll be a fake. He'll run it, but he will get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Wow! The Tanner defense is just lighting up the Sachems right now, and that'll be 3rd and 10 at the 20-yard line. Wow, this is not the start the Sachems wanted, but clock continues to run under 9 minutes remaining. They're down 10 at the 20-yard line. Score is 7-0 for the Tanners, excuse me. This seems like a disastrous start for the Sachems. Snap about to come, trips out to the left, snap comes. He'll look to throw. He'll heave that one downfield, and he'll miss it. That'll go incomplete. They look like they might punt here. 4th and 10. 4th and long. Yep, they will bring out their punt team. That'll be Jimmy Gibbons punting. He was injured in the Tewksbury game, but is playing in this one. I was talking with him throughout the week, and he continued to say every time that he was going to play no matter what it took. Player in motion for the Tanners. Kick is a high one. That's a line drive. Wow, that isn't good. But it'll have a good roll. That is a 10-yard punt. That is a 10-yard punt. It got blown back by the wind and will end up right at the 30-yard line on the right hash and will go down as a 10-yard punt with 8:17 remaining, 7-0. Tanners, once again, start very in awesome field position. We're up here on the roof of the booth. One of my cameramen wanted me to say that. Once again, under center, same formation as they've been in all game. Be a QB keeper. He will roll out and will be absolutely decked for about a 6-yard pass by Simmons. That'll be very big tackle there right as he threw the ball. Flores got the tackle on the pass. 2nd and 5 for the Tanners. 2nd and 4, actually, he looks closer to. Ball huddles, still huddling. Sachems running a 5-2 defense. Back under center. Big formation here. Tight ends in. It'll be a fake. They look like Langlois carried there. They look like just barely short. That'll be 3rd down and inches. At the
3rd down and 1 for the Tanners.
3rd and 1, excuse me. And 7 minutes remaining. 3rd and 1. Tanners scored last time after a fumble by Jimmy Gibbons. Not the start the Sachems would have wanted, but probably go for the QB sneak here. No, they won't. It'll be a pitch play. And he will get the 1st down and more. It'll be a ruck, and he will stop right at the 14-yard line.
on the carry for the Tanners first down.
Tanners get the first down. Clock continues to run.
Charlie Ward on the tackle for the Sachems.
Just about halfway through this first
down,
quarter.
Tanners.
Score 7-0 to the Tanners. First down at the 14-yard line. Tanners look like they are ready to fight here. They got out here, they came out with a vengeance. 5, and player in motion. Pitch play, and he breaks one big hit. There's a couple flags come in everywhere. We'll find out in a minute. Degnan on the tackle, we'll find out. Find out in a minute. Holding
against the Tanners.
on the offense. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. And will be a replay of the first down. That'll bring up second down, and that'll first down and forever. First and 20. Under 6 minutes left. Ball at the 24-yard line. It's first and 20. Finally, the shotgun. It's a high snap. They'll make the flea flicker. There's a tackle there. Oh, and it's almost intercepted, but that one is broken up. What a play by the Sachems defense. Wow. I think that was, find out in a minute who that was. That was a beautiful break up there by the Sachem secondary. Now they seem to start to get their affairs in order.
Second down and 20.
That's the first time they've gone out of the shotgun formation all game long. And this is, they'll go out of the shotgun again, the pistol. Trips. Out, and it's a short snap. That'll be a fumble. Winchester ball on the snap recovery. Jake Arrico, the monster on defense. That'll be a turnover for the Sachems. Wow! What a play that one was. What a play. Good job for Jake Arrico. The band getting loud now. What a play. Ball will start at the 26-yard line. There's a flag down. That's Gianchi with a big run there.
Derek Gianchi on that last carry for the Sachems.
But there's a flag down. We'll find out what that is in a minute. Seems to be another holding. Holding
against Winchester.
Holding against Winchester. That'll be first down and 20. Second holding penalty of the game. But that fumble recovery by Jake Arrico, the lineman. I'm in math with him. He's a good guy. He's at a good egg. But it'll be first down and 20, first down and forever, in my opinion. It'll be the second holding penalty of the game, first against the Sachems. Degnan, a lot of movement there. It'll be trips. Degnan takes the ball for a big run. He smashes through one and will get to second down and 20. I talked to one of the players, that'll be Langlois in the tackle. I talked to one of the players who was not in this game today. That would be Tom Wetley. And he said about Tommy Degnan that he is the high school version of Josh Allen, really, and I completely agree. He can run, he can throw, he really has an arm, but he makes most of his money on a run. He'll do it again. He's got a big break there. That'll be another carry. That'll bring up second down and
David Langlois from the tackle
4. Langlois again, the quarterbacks, both playing linebacker. 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Probably about 1,500 to 2,000 people here. Great turnout on this very cold day. Shotgun formation, Gianci is the running back. He'll get the football. Or no, it's a QB keeper, and they'll be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 4th and 6, and they'll probably punt here.
Simon Savior on that last tackle.
Timeout. That'll be a timeout for the Tanners. Wow, this one's off to a good start. Wind, very, very blustery. I'm gonna just take a quick minute, and we'll come back in a second. Get to it. Find out what they do here. I believe they're gonna punt. Gibbons, who is a punter. What? Take a quick break. My cameraman is asking me to. It's so cold. He's asked. I can't even do it. It's too shallow. I mean, but they'll punt here again. Second punt of the day. My cameraman up here with me. That's Nate. His hands are so cold. They gave him gloves that he can't put them in. Can't put his hands in. But we'll see this punt here. Their second of the day. Give up the football. When it comes to a halt. And it's another one. One will roll out of bounds. That's a 5-yard punt. He has a total of 15 net yards punting on 2 kicks. It seems like that ball just can't move out of the Woburn end, but they'll get the football here at the 35-yard line. Sajum's not off to the best start, but as we see here, Tanners are going to come out again. They will go back under center. New quarterback seems to be in. Pitch play, Rugby. Oh, and it's a missed tackle. No, it wasn't. He trips him up, and he gets the tackle there. Degnan gets another tackle. He has carried this team on both offense and defense, and even here and there on special teams. He has a couple punts this year. How you doing, buddy? Well, he's we have one glove on. There we go, folks. Might be a running joke here, but they'll go back under center. Trips to the right. It'll be another pitch play. That seems to be their thing, and it'll be a flea flicker. It'll be an incomplete pass, and starting to.
Pass is incomplete.
Couple drops of rain here and there now.
Intended for Mike Kusa.
It was intended
by Henry Kraft. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Tanners.
Intended for Mike Kusa. Henry Kraft on the stop there, 3rd down and 9. And the Sajums came in today on parade. They came in with a bagpiper leading the march. They'll go back into the shotgun, which has not gone well for them this game so far. We'll see if they get finally a good snap there. He'll heave that one, and it'll be a big tackle there by Charlie Ward. Wow, that's a big hit. 2.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. 4th down and 9.
Pass was complete to David Langley.
It appears that they might punt here, but that'll be a very 4th and 8. Excuse me. We'll find out what they do here. They appear to be huddling as if they're going to actually run a play here instead of punting. Finally have the other glove? Nope, still doesn't have the glove on. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. But this one is already off to a heck of a start. Back under center here. It'll be a fake pitch. They'll give that one over, and they will stop him short And that'll be a
Winchester
turnover
Stockton will
on
take over
downs.
down.
Wow, what a play that one was by the Sachems D. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the ball gets
Sam McDonald on that last stop for the Sachems.
ball will change possession, and the Sachems will get it back at their 27-yard line. Rolling up here, it's starting to have a couple of little drops of rain. Ball, big formation, tight ends in. They'll set up, the snap comes. Degnan will run it out here. He's got a lot of space. He will go and will be stopped just short of the first down.
Winchester.
They will be stopped just short of the first down marker. And,
Cesar Esquivel on the tackle for Woburn.
or no, that will be a first down for the
That's good for a
Sachems.
Sachems first down.
90 seconds remaining in the quarter. Starting to drizzle a little bit. This was expected. Back in the pistol formation. Gibbons takes it for a run. He's got space. He's over, and he will get over the
Jimmy
45.
Gibbons on the carry for
First
Winchester.
down
That's
for
good
the
a first down.
Sachems. What a game. Crowd really getting into this one, folks. First down with about a minute remaining in the quarter here, under a minute now. 7-0 the score. Ball at the 49-yard line. And they will run this one over midfield. He'll run it over the 45 and
Jimmy
will
Gibbons
get
on
it
the carry for
down
Winchester.
right about with 3.5 yards to go.
Wilson on the tackle for the Tanners.
Wilson on the tackle.
Second down
For the
and
Tanners.
2 for the Sachems.
Second and about 2 or 3 yards remaining. Can't run the clock out. They got 30 seconds. Play stopped at the 44 seconds, so they'll have to run a play. Back in shotgun. They're running new formations here. Snap comes. It'll be a fake. There goes Degnan. He's got space,
Tommy
and
Degnan
that'll
on the
be
carry for
a
Winchester, and that's good
first
for a
down
Sachems
for
first
the Sachems. Big play there. Ball right at the 40-yard line. Their first trip into Woburn territory. About 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. That'll be the end of this quarter here, folks. We'll be back for the second. And we're back here for the second quarter. Jimmy Gibbons on the carry.
Flag on the play.
But a flag is down.
Alec Cruz on the tackle.
Alec
for
Cruz on the tackle. That'll be a penalty. Face mask against the Woburn. That'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down, I believe. Wow, that's a lapse of consciousness.
That's going to be good for a Sachems first down.
Automatic first down for the Sachems. They'll move the ball 15 yards upfield to the 25, and they're knocking on the door of the red zone. What's up? Battery died? There'll be a play, but there's a flag down. That'll be a false start against the Sachems. Marshall, is the battery dead? Just some technical difficulties. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Bring them back. That'll be first down and 15 yards to go here. It is cold. You got to get an umbrella up here. There it is. To cover up the camera. Don't want that getting wet. That'll be second down and first down and 15 at the 30-yard line. Degnan will take it for a run. He'll go out wide and will get about a 4-yard gain there.
Tommy Degnan on the carry for Winchester.
But we are well into this one. Sachems get the ball at the 27-yard line, second down and 13 after the false start penalty. It's their second penalty of the game for a total of 15 yards of penalties. He'll take it well out for a run. He's got a lot of space. He'll fight through a tackle and will be taken down at the 17-yard line, just short of the first down, but that'll make their job a lot easier. Big play there by Gibbons. Yeah, easily more than about maybe even 3,000 people have shown up here at Manchester Field for this one. Ball on the hash. He'll take it for a run. He's got first down and a lot more, and will be taken down at the 7-yard line, 10-yard gain, and that'll bring up first down and goal. Wow, they're starting to move the ball now. Degnan takes it for a run again. He's got a lot of speed on him.
So that's going to bring up first and goal for the Sachems.
First and goal for the Sachems. Just about 10 minutes remaining in the first half. The Tanner mascot, he's dancing around trying to distract the Sachems. They'll hand it off to Gibbons here. He will go for
Jimmy Gibbons on the carry for
short
Winchester.
to no gain, little to no gain. That'll be second down.
David Langlois on the tackle.
Langlois on the tackle.
Second down and goal for the Sachems.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line, 1-yard gain. But the crowd definitely getting into this one, folks. Even on a cold day, will come out. They come out in force, no matter what the situation. Last year was the coldest. Degnan will take it for a run. He'll get stopped at the 4-yard line.
Sevier on the tackle for Woburn. That's going to bring up third down and goal for the
Sevier on the tackle. But third down. They have gone 3 and out twice in this game so far. But they are knocking on the door of the goal line. That'll be right at the 4.5-yard line, we'll say. They'll go in the shotgun, but that'll be a timeout. They're trying to, timeout Woburn. They're trying to ice the play, but we're having fun. Nate, by the way, the cameraman, finally got his second glove on. But Turkey Day Thanksgiving is a great holiday, and it's a great day for football. Beautiful. It's not the best weather day, but we're still out here in force. It's a great day to be with your family. It's a great day to enjoy one of the oldest rivalries in the state and in the country. This rivalry is the 9th oldest rivalry in the state and in the top 15 for oldest rivalries in the country. We have been playing so long that we've gone through so many presidents doing this that it's almost like time freezes. We get to come back here and enjoy a great Thanksgiving tradition. They'll line up here in the shotgun formation. Degnan will take that one for a run. He will go in, and touchdown! Sachems! Wow, big play there. They score it on the QB keeper. Big play there by the Sachems. They'll line up for the extra kick. The extra point kick. Snap is up. It's up. And is good. Strike up the band. They will kick off for the first time.
Mario Calero to kick off for the Sachems.
Mario Calero back. He will kick off. By the way, when I was talking about the president, this game is so old, Benjamin Harrison was the president. And taken down right over the 25-yard line, right about the 28, we'll call it.
Jacob Flores
Flores on the tackle.
on the tackle on the kickoff.
But it's a good kickoff for the Sachems.
Tanners will take over on the 20.
Tanners take over at the 28. Made a lot of changes this game with quarterbacks. But quarterback for the Tanners right now is Jaden Simmons. It'll be a pitch play. They'll run it up the middle, right up the gut. He'll spin out of it, and we'll get a first down. It'll be a scrum forming, and it continues to move, but they'll rule it down, and the ball's down! The ball is down!
Ball's down.
But it'll remain Woburn ball
Davey are on the carry for the Tanners.
because the ball was dropped during that
That's good for a Tanner
scrum
first down.
there. Ball will be placed right at the 45-yard line. Line to gain is the opposing 45. Hold on. But
Tommy Degnan on the tackle for Winchester.
Tommy Degnan makes the tackle there.
Langlois on the carry.
Langlois
for Woburn.
makes the
Second
carry
down and
there.
7
Second
for the
down,
Tanners.
7. Excuse me for the sniffling. I was a bit sick. But they'll line up. Once again, they're using the same formation under center. They'll just run it forward, but there
Flag on the play.
is,
Up.
wow. False offside.
Offsides against Winchester.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Coach Dembowski isn't happy. They'll move it down. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll make what was a 2nd and 7 a 2nd and 1.
Second down and 1 for the Tanners.
Wow. Dembowski isn't happy. Crowd seems to just fall silent for a minute. They'll line up. They're ready to go. Under center again, player in motion. Looks like there'll be that same pitch play. They'll heave it away. It'll be a first down. He'll spin out of it, and will be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
The carry for Woburn.
First down for Woburn. 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining
on the tackle
in
for
the
Winchester.
quarter.
That's good for a Tanner first down.
Clock continues to run here. we snap getting ready here. They'll line up under center. Pitch play, and it'll be destroyed by Dagnan. They saw that play coming from 10 miles away. Wow. What a play that one was. That'll bring up second down and 14. 4-yard loss on the play. Would have been,
Second down.
yeah,
15
that's
for
a big
Tanner.
play there for the Sachems. Just blown up by the Sachems defense. Big loss there. They'll line up again. I believe they'll pitch that again. It'll be a double handoff. Wow. And he'll go over the top and will be taken down right around the 42-yard line.
Emerald on the carry for
6
Woburn.
minutes remaining in the half. 7-7 is the score. Third down
Sam McDonald on the tackle
and
for Winchester.
third down and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Third down and 11 for the Tanners.
The play I think everyone's starting to get used to the cold. They'll line up again under center. They'll call a timeout
Woburn.
to Woburn. That'll be a timeout. That'll be their going on. Excuse us, Snuffler. Calling them back on. Third down and 11 will be. Ball will be placed at the 42-yard line. Third down and 11. Umpire moves back. They're ready to go. Yep. Set up under center once again. It'll be a blown up play. And guess who it is? It's Tommy Dagnan on the tackle. That'll be fourth down and 15 yards to go. They'll probably run a play here. 5 minutes remaining in the half. Or no, they will bring out their punt team. Try to pin him back as far as they can. Flores is back to receive. Easily 3,000 people have shown up for this.
David Langlois back deep.
Langlois will kick. Punt is high. That's a good one. No danger, they say. And that goes out at the 10-yard, 12-yard line. No, actually, excuse me, that is the 17-yard line.
Winchester takes over on the 17-yard line.
Wind is definitely blowing today. It's coming from the northwest corner of the field. So the Winchester, it's blowing pretty much right into our face. Snap comes, but there's a play.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag down. We'll find out what that is. It'll be a false start against the Sachems.
False start against Winchester.
False start. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, bring up first down and 15. Now, 4.5 minutes remaining in the half. 7-7 the score, first down and 15 at the Sachems' 12-yard line. They got to move quickly here. 4-minute offense probably. Hat or the umpire goes down. It's approving the win. Degnan goes around. He goes for a big run there, and he'll be taken down, very much making that gain, that penalty nullified.
Mike Gooser on the tackle for the Tanners.
By the penalty was completely nullified there. He'll go up, and that'll be 2nd down and 3.
2nd down and 4 for the Sachems.
For some reason, there was that an extra yard. But 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line. The line to gain is the 27. Timeout called here. They're warning someone. I don't know what's going on here. We'll find out.
4-minute warning and a half.
4-minute warning, excuse me. Got to move quickly. 0 back set, 2nd down and 4. Trip, it'll be more like quads. He'll take that one for a run and will be stopped at the 32, 33-yard line by Jancy, who is the running back and now takes a pass there. Big play. Three minutes, a little more than 3.5 minutes remaining in the half here. They'll do the same thing. They'll run in a diamond formation on the right side of the field. 0 back set. They're trying to move the ball here. Degnan takes that one for a run. He's got a lot of space down the middle of the field. And that one, oh geez! Wow, what a play that one was. He stopped right at the 9-yard line, goes all the way from his 33 to the 9. Big play there by Tommy Degnan, by touchdown Tommy Degnan. Wow. What a play that one was.
1st and goal, Sachem.
1st down and goal to go. From the 9-yard line.
58-yard run for Tommy Degnan.
58 yards. Wow, what a play. Oh, geez, that play is blown up. Oh, Jancy looked a little hurt there for a second, but he pops right back up. Dembowski's asking for a call there. Off comes Jancy. He looks a little shaken up. Gibbons will come in. He enters the game. There we go. They'll run in the pistol formation, a tight pistol. Well, it's a high snap, and he'll look to throw here. It's a touchdown pass, but there's a flag down. I believe that, yes, that will stand. Wow, what a play that one was. I believe that was Patrick Ross. Patty Ross on the touchdown. They look like they will go for one. It'll be holding, though, against Woburn. So that penalty is declined, and a touchdown for the Sachems. Wow, what a play. Calero will kick again. That 9-yard touchdown pass. That one is good. And the Sachems take a 2-score lead. Wow. 2 minutes remaining in the half, and the Sachems are up 14-7 after the fumble. To start this game, they take the lead. What a start this has been. We're having fun here, folks, and I hope you guys are too. Oh, wow. Audio just... just a little change of the mic. A little minor adjustment. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better. What a play that one was. Calero will kick off here from 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the half. Score is 14-7. We appear to be well underway here, folks. It's a high kick, best kickoff we've had all year, and he'll field it at the 5. That's interesting. He'll make a beeline for the sideline and will be taken down. What a tackle! That one is going to be right at the 13-yard line. They'll have 2 minutes to go pretty much the entire length of the field. Boy, oh boy, wowee, what a play. Oh, wow, this is unbelievable, folks.
A heck of a kickoff by Mario.
Mario Calero with a big boot of the ball. Played soccer for a while, moved to football as they needed a kicker. They'll come out to the 15-yard line. They have to go 85 yards down the field in 1:57. It'll be a run there by, oh, there's a little extracurricular activity in front of the play, but that'll be
Michael
Sarignano on the tackle there.
2nd down and 3 for the Tanners.
That's Tom Santarelli checking in for the Sachems. 1.5 minutes remaining in the half. They'll line up under center again in the I formation. There'll be a run. That'll be a first down.
Charlie Ward on the tackle for the Sachems.
Charlie Ward makes
Good
the
for a 10
tackle.
first down.
1:18 left in this first half. It's getting close here. It appears, who's that? Who's down? He on the sideline. He does not. He looks a little shaken up. Is that Degnan? Oh, geez. Oh my, Degnan is down. He's on the sideline. He doesn't look good. Hopefully they won't have to make a change there, but he does not look. He isn't good. That's a timeout. Yeah, he doesn't look good right now. He's down. Their star quarterback, he's taking a knee. There's something wrong. It's back up. He doesn't look good. That might be the end of his day. Might be the end of his career for football, but he's going to take a seat. He might just be a little bit shaken up there. But he looks like he's starting to, probably just needs a minute. But timeout for the Sachems. So he doesn't look good. There appears to be a problem. So Sachems will have to defend here. 55 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 9 at the 23-yard line. There's something wrong with Degnan. They run in a pro set formation. Handoff comes. They'll try to keep the clock moving. It'll be a timeout for the Sachems. They'll get a second timeout. Santarelli makes the tackle there, but this isn't.
3rd down and 5 for the Tanners.
So 50 seconds left. Ball will be 3rd and 5 at the 27. We don't want to bring that up. But, okay, Degnan seems to be back up, but he looks like he was really shaken up. We're still trying to figure out what happened. But ball will be on the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. But there really seems to be something wrong with Degnan. We'll try to figure out what is the problem at the half. But until then, it appears that his day may be done. But they'll line up here. Pro set. Pro set formation once again. Play clock has to start running. They got to run a play here now. 14-7 the score. 50 seconds remaining in the half. They'll run it out. Big play there. That'll be a first down. He'll get to across the 45.
Sadler on a carry for Woburn, and that's
They'll,
first down.
Hurry up offense here. Oh boy. That'll be a flag. We'll find out what that is in a minute. That'll be second down. Or no, just umpire wasn't ready apparently. So it should be second down. Correct? Yeah. Yep. Second down and 10, 32-yard line. Still trying to figure out the cause of that. If one of our guys could head down, that'd be awesome. But 41 seconds remaining in the half.
Second down and 10 for the Tanners.
Second and 10 at the 32. At the 40, not at the 32, at the 47-yard line. Excuse me. Scoreboard is a little slow. It'll be a pass, and Noe will take it for a big run there, and that'll be stopped by Flores. They shouldn't take a timeout here. Oh, wow.
Oh, flag on the play.
Oh, flag down. Maybe it appeared to be almost a horse collar tackle. But a flag is down. That isn't good. That is not good at all. We'll find out what this is in a minute. Oh gosh, this. We'll find out what that is. It's a personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct. We will. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. First down, 28 seconds remaining. A lot of penalties in this game, not very clean. But they will run a hurry-up offense. It should be. Still trying to reorganize what's going on here. Head linesman has an issue. They'll.
Third down.
Third down. So unsportsmanlike conduct. But we'll find out. So that play is just nullified. He'll take a shot downfield. That'll be a first down. Wow. Trying to run that hurry-up offense. Clock isn't running. Now it is. And they will they'll spike the football with 20 seconds left. A bit of a mess up by the clock operator, but nothing that we can't solve. So they had to move the chains before they started the clock. That's why the clock stopped. But we will. It's 20 seconds remaining. First down and 10 at the Sachems 35. Woburn has possession of the ball. They have to move quickly here. They're trying to tie the game before the half. It is cold, folks. It is really cold. But we are really. But our spirits are warm. That's what is going on, but it is cold. They'll run there 5-1. That'll be a pancake block, and he's getting chased. That's Dushkin running after him, and he'll be taken down. That took 7 seconds off the clock. Degnan's still out. We'll try to figure out what happened. Sariano running him out of bounds there with Dushkin chasing. Dushkin learned his he's from Russia, learned his footwork by fencing. Interesting story. I actually have fenced with him before. And he is just as scary with a sword in his hand as he is with a helmet on his head. So, and pads on. But they'll take another timeout. They're still they're really kind of taking their sweet time here. 13 seconds remaining in the half. 14-7 the score. Second down and 10, ball to 33. They'll set up here. It'll be the shotgun formation. Has not given them much luck today. Ball is snapped, and he'll be chased, and it'll be a quarterback sack, and that should end the half. Michael Sariano, and that one will be the half. The Sachems have a 14-7 lead, and we'll take a break here, and then we'll bring you back for the halftime show. But we'll be back in a couple minutes, folks.
Please welcome the Winchester High School Marching Band. Drum majors Brooke Ross and Michael Wentworth. Junior drum majors Renee Castier and Brianna Yang. would like to say Happy Thanksgiving to Giselle.
Hello, everyone. We're back. In real life, we just realized the stream died, but we are live. We're back, technically, I guess. We are about ready to start the second half. Woburn's gonna get the ball. They'll be playing from right to left. They'll kick off. The Sachems will kick. Be here. They'll kick off here. About a minute left until we get back started. We are still kind of trying to figure out what the heck we're gonna do about the stream, but we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it, folks. So it's not what we wanted to happen, but we're trying our best. So. About ready to get started. The Sachems are ahead 14-7. Sachems are back in the lead. So now the goal is to keep that lead for the Sachems and to sorry if I'm not as chipper as I was, but yeah, we're gonna do our best to get the stream back. Kind of hope a little bit, but we will try to keep spirits up. What? Sorry, I'm very, very cold. We're just about ready to get back underway here. Sachems will kick off. Tanners are coming back in the field.
Three more minutes. Three.
They're going to add a couple more minutes to the halftime. Just let the Tanners get back and warmed up for the second half. Wind is has surprisingly not been as big of a factor as once expected for this game. But we're doing our best right now to try to figure out what to do with the stream. Get that back, guys. Yeah, they'll give them a couple more minutes to set up for the second half. But it is definitely a cold one. Not as cold as it was last year, where the wind chill brought the temperature down to about 15 below zero. We would have put a umbrella over the thing. Wind is definitely picking up. We're doing our best, though. We're trying to work our asses off to, excuse me, pardon my language there. We are working very, very hard to get the stream back, though. We will continue to keep you guys updated as to what's going on with that. But the wind is definitely picking up, though. It's getting very, very, very cold. This over. Okay, well, I'm going to give this over to you.
Receive the ball in the second half.
So Woburn will receive the football, starting the second half of play. Boy, oh boy, it's cold.
And Wilson set to kick.
Wilson will
the ball for
Wilson will receive. Calero boots that one downfield. Good kickoff. That one will go into the end zone. That'll be a touchback for the Tanners. They will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Wind is picking up, rain picking up. Not the best day for a Thanksgiving football game, but we're kind of making do with what we have so far, folks. So we will hope that stream gets back up and you guys can watch this at some point. But it is really kind of a windswept rain now. Definitely not a great. Yeah, the band is heading out. That's going to be the end of their day, probably. Band is done for the day. It's rain is definitely coming down now, folks. Oh boy. This is not what anyone wanted here, but the rain is bringing itself down. There'll be a run by the Tanners. He's got a lot of space and will be taken down right about the 30-yard line.
Stabler on the carry.
Yeah, band is heading out. That'll be the end of their day. They're going to head home probably. Many, yeah, fans starting to leave, definitely. But we're staying up here. We'll brave the elements. But the rain is definitely picking up now. They'll run it again. Ooh, and there's a little body check there. They'll bring that one up to about the 37-yard line. Second down and 4.
Medford on the tackle for
We really
Winchester.
are.
That's second down and 4 for the Tanners.
It's kind of becoming a little miserable, to be honest. The weather is definitely not what we wanted for a game like today. We really were hoping for a better weather day, but sadly that's not what we got. Back under center. 5 wide there. He's got space. Degnan, the injury in the first half was a rib, just a little rib injury. Nothing too bad though. He's back on the field.
Arignano on the tackle for Winchester.
Arignano back on
Third down and 2 for the Tanners.
Hit the tackle there. 3rd down and 2 for the Tanners. It is really starting to rain now. Yeah. It is really raining now, folks. It will be a scrum. Looks like that will be a first down.
Simmons on the carry for the
First
Tanners,
down
and that's good
for the
a Tanner
Tanners.
first down.
Crowd thinning out now. What? Yeah, crowd's starting to dissipate. Definitely not the kind of game we wanted, the weather-wise, but fun game so far. 14-7 is the score. 9:15 remaining in the half. It's a bit of a ruck there. That one will be stopped. That appears to be a first down for the Tanners. We were trying to angle the umbrella so that a second down and very short. Second down in inches. Second down and 1. But horrible weather day. Really has turned into a pretty poor weather day, to be honest. But welcome to November in Massachusetts, I guess. What we can say. It'll be a pitch play. He's got space. That'll be a first down for the Tanners.
Nimrod on the carry for Woburn.
Trying to fight the wind.
On the tackle for Winchester. That's good for a Tanner first down.
Definitely gusty winds. The bands have left. The bands are just gone. They're done. you could hear that. That was a big gust of wind. It's just miserable out, guys. It's just pretty miserable out. Let's try to run up. They'll set up under center. Snap comes. It'll be a pitch play. They'll run it here. Oh, big hit there. First, that'll be second down and about 5. Second down and 6.
Check that in on the carry. Brought down by Winchester's Brendan Gill.
Brendan Gill made the tackle
Second
there.
down and 6 for the Sachems. For the Tanners.
For second down and 6 there. It is very, very cold. The wind's just moving all around. But there's someone on the... We are really just now braving the elements. That's more of it. That's the game now. It's been about a 6-minute drive for the 5-6-minute drive for the Tanners. They'll run a QB sneak.
Simmons on the keeper for Woburn.
Simmons there. That'll bring up
Brendan Gill on the tackle for
third
Winchester.
down and
Third down and 5 for the
third down and
Tanners.
5. Third down and 5 for the Tanners. But boy, oh boy, it is cold. There's still probably about a crowd of 500 to 1,000 people left. Probably a bit closer to the lower end of that spectrum. But the last year we had a beautifully sunny day, but it was freezing. It'll be a run there. But
Taylor on the carry for Woburn. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Tanners.
we are kind of just fighting the elements now, folks. It's 90% of it. Now they're trying to get the crowd into it. And it's working. Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Keep braving those elements, folks. It'll be a QB sneaker, just very short draw. That looks like that one will be a first down for the Tanners.
First down, Woburn Tanners.
We're fighting with an umbrella. We're having a war with an umbrella here, and the umbrella's winning. Crowd really dissipating now. Definitely, a lot of people heading out. The rain just picked up pretty heavily. So windswept rain, but they will run it out. It'll be a tackle for about a short gain, maybe a yard.
Taylor on the carry for Woburn. Mike Saragnano on the tackle for Winchester.
Second down and 10.
and 9 for the
Second down and
Tanners.
9, excuse me. I hate to be complaining constantly, but doesn't make you feel better. Come on. Second and 9 at the 33. It is cold. Wow, big run there.
Emerald on the carry. Third down and 3.
Big gust of wind there. We're fighting with the umbrella. Oh, geez. And, well, that's the end of that umbrella.
Lendlich on the carry.
That's the end of that one, folks. We fixed it.
That's good for a Tanner
But
first
it
down.
is. That'll be a first down for the Tanners. I'm so sorry, folks, but it is. Ooh, that play is broken up. 4 minutes remaining in the quarter, excuse me.
Charlie Ward and Tommy Degnan on the tackle for Winchester.
It is bloody cold, folks. And it's just going to get worse.
Second down and 12 for the Tanners.
We got it back. The stream's back. The stream's back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the stream. We got it. We're back. Hello, everyone. We're back. I just realized that. Oh, and a false start penalty. Oh, we're happy now, folks. And the rain just stopped. The rain just stopped.
Motion against Woburn.
So, wow. Thank you. Woo, boy, that was a weird time to be there, folks. But we're back. I also just want to bring up before we go on to the next play, I just want to say
17 for the Tanners.
hi to my parents who are watching. Hi to, and I would hope Nanny's watching. I just want to say hi to her. Hope everyone's having a good Thanksgiving. They'll make a run out. Big play. He looks like he might go all the way. That'll be a scrum, but stopped.
Taylor on the carry for Woburn.
Long drive. This drive has taken almost 10 minutes. A 10-minute mega drive, we could say. It'll be third
down and 1 for the
third
Tanners.
and 1 for the Tanners. But we finally got the stream back, folks, so we are all happy here. We're all happy. We're back. Happy. But all this is doing is just getting colder and colder. Oh, and that one is gonna get broken up there.
Evan Bischoff and Brendan Gill on the tackle on that play.
Wow, big play there.
Going to bring up 4th down for the Tanners.
4th down for the Tanners here. 4th down and forever, it seems. This drive has taken almost the entire quarter. Thankfully, this quarter's been pretty short, though. Very few stoppages. But the weather seems to have kind of decided, you know what, I'm not going to be raining anymore. I'll let you guys enjoy it. 90 seconds remaining in the quarter. They'll go for 4th down here. Let's see if they can get the football back for the Sachems. Here we go. There's a pass rush coming, and it will be broken up, and the Sachems get the football. The crowd goes wild. Wow. There we go. That's what you want to see. But the stream's back, I hope. I think the stream is back. So we are... What? So they're going to get the football back at the Sachems finally get the football back at their 25-yard line. 1 minute 16 remaining, 14-7 the score. They finally have the ball back after a 11-minute drive by the Tanners. Snap comes. They'll run their routes here. There seems to be a pass interference.
Flag on the play.
But there's a flag on the play. We'll find out what that one is. I think that's going to be a PI. That'll be 10 or 15 yards. Big play there. Good job by Sachems to draw that foul. Holding on the defense.
Woburn.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Was that a 10? Holding Woburn.
That's an automatic.
Automatic first down for the Sachems. Put that umbrella back up. It is starting to rain a little bit again. Weather just can't make up its mind, can it, Nate? He says no. But it is bloody cold out, folks. It is really cold. Like crazy cold, guys. We're working it. We're working hard here, guys. We've been out here since 8 a.m. What? And they will line up in the pistol formation. They'll pump fake. He'll give that one an almighty heave downfield, and it's intercepted by the Tanners.
Ball's intercepted.
Interception Tanners go mad. Sachems fans go quiet. Scramble out of the pocket. Big pass rush. Here he goes. First, and Sachems take over the ball, and the crowd is going bananas. Or may I say, I'm not going to make a Thanksgiving pun. I don't know what I would say there. They're gobbling like turkeys. There we go. Now we have a pun. But I had to bring at least one up over the course of this game. But Sachems take over on their
7:04. Thank you.
9 clock correction. They'll take over at their 13-yard, at their 18-yard line, excuse me. Sorry, I'm very cold. Trips out to the left. They'll get set here. Snap comes. Degnan will take that one for a run with his Vice's helmet on.
Tommy Degnan on the carry.
That play is blown up behind the line of scrimmage.
Emerald on the tackle for Woburn.
That'll move back to the 15-yard line. That'll be a 3-yard loss.
Second down and 13.
7:04 remaining in the... They got to run the clock here. There we go. Now the clock's starting. But this one, all they got to do is just keep the football, and they could end this one here. The goal is simple. Beat the rival. Beat them. And that looks like it's in reach, folks. Marco heading out onto the field. There we go, bud. Here we go. Sachems line up. Trips. Right. Knocked off. There he goes! There goes Yancey! He will break a tackle, and he will be stopped, and that will be a Sachem first down.
First down, Sachem, Derek Yancey.
One step closer. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Half a quarter to go. You could say it's an eighth, but that one, he flew like an eagle. Nay, a turkey on Thanksgiving. Crowd getting into it now. 5:45 remaining. Score 14-7. Now the whole rest of this game, the strategy, slow it down. There goes Degnan down the field. He'll be assisted.
Tommy Degnan on the carry for Winchester.
The center holding on to him, pushing him forward. That'll
Taylor
be
on the tackle for Woburn. Second down
second and 3 yards to go at that 37-yard line. Ball has really stayed in that end of the field for most of the game. But 5 minutes left. Once again, the strategy now is to slow it down. And there's a flag down. Who will that be? That looks like neutral zone infraction. Neutral zone infraction on Woburn, and that'll move the ball down the field. That'll be a first down.
Against Woburn.
Encroachment.
That's good for a first down.
Good job there. Ball is going to keep it moving. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Less than 5 minutes to go. The rain has stopped. The wind has stopped. And suddenly, everything feels close now. This one's in reach. Snap comes. He'll take it for a run himself, but it will get stopped. Wow.
Tommy Degnan on the carry.
Tried to hurdle over a man, and that didn't work. That'll be second down and about 10 to 11 yards, to 10 yards, no gain, but no loss either. So we now move to Canadian football where it's 3 downs to go.
Second down and 10 for the Sachems.
A couple new players coming in. Flores comes off. Timeout called by the referee. That's the 4-minute warning. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes remaining in this game. Clock starts again. Here we go. Ball at the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Got to just keep the football here. Gus. Ready? Snap comes. He'll take it for a run himself. He'll move out, and that'll be to the 45-yard line, 3-yard gain.
On the carry.
But timeout to Woburn.
Timeout Woburn.
Timeout Woburn. 3:30 left in this game. Score still 14-7, so it's a one-score game. All Woburn would have to do is get the ball back, and off they go down the field. But once again, I apologize for the sniffing, but it is I have a bit of a cold. 3.5 minutes exactly remaining in this one. Ball placed right at the 45-yard line. It's 3rd down and 7. Crowd starting to get loud. Clock starts. They have got to make a play here. Got to do something big. Here he goes to the outside. Ooh, boy. It'll be a timeout. It'll be 4th down. Langlois on the tackle. Here's they'll bring out their punt team. Yes, they will. So punt team's going to come out here. Here comes the punt crew. Let's see if you can.
Mike Kusa back deep. You see the punt from Jimmy Gibbons.
Gibbons only has 15 net yards punting today, off 2 punts. First one went 10 yards, second one went 5. He is injured. There, oh, another high punt. But hey.
Woburn takes over on the 45-yard line.
Woburn will take over right at the 45-yard line. That was a 12-yard punt, I want to say. So, longest of the day for Gibbons. But not doing well on his punts today. Now the goal is just to prevent a touchdown. Well, it always is the goal, but wind's starting to come back again a little bit. Open up the horns. Here we go. Lines forms. It'll be a big set here. Player in motion. Snap comes. It'll be a pass. Oh gosh. And there he goes, and it'll be taken down. Well, you have about a 7-yard gain. 3 minutes remaining in this one. Ball moves over midfield.
2nd down and 2 for the Tanners.
2nd and 2 now. 2nd and 2. This is the play here. There he goes. Oh, and the ball is down, but it is recovered almost immediately.
Save one on the carry. That's going to bring up 3rd down for the Tanners.
2.5 minutes remaining. This one is getting exciting, folks. Now the goal, it's the opposite. Got this over with. That's the goal for the Sachems. Down! and is blown up by Tommy Deckman with another tackle after the injury. 4th down. What a stop that one was. 2 minutes left in this game. They're telling them, get up on your feet. Get loud. Get yelling. Here we go, folks. 2 minutes, under 2 minutes remaining. They won't call a timeout. Here we go. Under center, pro set. Here he goes. He's going to scramble out of the pocket. He's getting chased. He'll heave it, and it's intercepted by Jacob Flores. Here he goes. Down towards the middle of the field. There he goes. This could be a pick 6. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line, and the Sachems are well in front. There it is, folks. And the crowd is going bananas. Wow, he flew like an eagle. Nay, a turkey on Thanksgiving. And when he goes to eat, you best give him the biggest drumstick that you can find. What a play that one was. They come in clutch again. Wow. There's Charlie Ward. He will put that ball on the ground. He'll kneel it. And they'll let it go. That's it, folks. That's the end of this one, pretty much. 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining. The score is 14-7. Wow. Oh, wow. What a game this one's been, folks. They're down again, taking their time. All he's got to do. There's a second time. And all he's got to do is just kneel it once more. And this one is OVER, a 7-point victory for the Sachems. Unless the impossible happens, or the improbable at least. Wow. What a play. What a game this one's been, folks. They'll kneel the football, and that'll be the game. That's the end of this one. Game number 118. It goes to the Sachems. The record is now 55, 51-12 in the 118th Thanksgiving Classic. This one is over. The Sachems win it. What a game. Have a happy Thanksgiving. The Sachems go home. Congratulations to the Sachems and commiserations to the Tanners. But what a game. Thank you all so much for joining us. My name is Luca Tedesco. We hope you enjoyed it. We sure did. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.